those were what I quoted, but on my ASMR YouTube channel, not this one, but the one where I do role plays, I'm doing Halloween spooky season, and I'm dressed as Sarah Sanderson, so I had to watch the Hocus Pocus for research. I'm just gonna go out there and say it, Hocus Pocus 2. You know, first of all, I have to say I'm not really like a stan of Hocus Pocus 1. Like, people go hard for Hocus Pocus, the first one. And look, I liked it as a kid. I'm not gonna even front. I loved Hocus Pocus, but I'm not like a stan. It's kind of like Mean Girls do. Like, people go crazy for Mean Girls, and like, I'm just not the stan, I guess. I don't know. Movies I'm a stan of, I can't even think right now. What movies do I love? I don't know. I don't even know, I can't even think, but Hocus Pocus 2. It didn't miss the mark. Now, first and foremost, it's on Disney Plus, okay? So I have a feeling it was made for children. When the first Hocus Pocus came out, I was a child and I enjoyed it. So probably as I got older and rewatched it, yes, more baby sounds, it lost its magic, right? So Hocus Pocus 2, I think they really were centered for children, right? They had the children witches, and it makes sense. Shows with like teenagers are usually geared for a younger audience. Like, when That's So Raven came out, I was like Raven Simone's age, right? And I just checking on her. And it wasn't meant for me. It was meant for, my sister who was 5 years younger, and she loved That's So Raven. I will say the exception to that was the Lizzie McGuire show. I kind of was obsessed with Lizzie McGuire, even though I think that was for younger kids too. I went to see the movie on my 17th birthday when it came out, and I saw it with my father. Midler too. Bette Midler was huge when she did that movie, so I would like to know how much she was paid for the first one. But much less the second one. Bette Midler is an icon, and my earpiece is falling out. Okay. And then Kathy Najimy too. I love her. I love Kathy Najimy. But I'm always wondering, like, how much did they pay for them to come back? Sarah Jessica Parker's doing all the reboots, and I am so here for that. I absolutely love that. I would, if I was part of an iconic TV show, like, how cool is it to be, like, nostalgic? Like, everyone loves nostalgia, and when you can participate in nostalgia, like, I don't know, people just, like, respect you more, right? Because, like, you're not too cool for anything. I feel like when Justin Timberlake, let me bring her up. Okay, I was just bringing her up so she doesn't feel like she's down there. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. Okay. I don't want my wig scratching her. The wig will come off. Okay. So, we have Hocus Pocus 2. Loved it. Being a new mom is such a fun thing. It's so fun to, like, see how, like, they react to all these new things and all their new environment, their new surroundings. I think it's so super cool. I know people say they can't smile until they're 2 months, but I swear my 3.5-week-old baby smiles, and I think it's the most precious thing. Or at least she shows joy. I can definitely see joy in that face. And I love it. But yeah, I feel like overall the internet is, like, taking a break from cheating. Exposing cheaters. And then we had the Hocus Pocus 2. Halloween is coming up. I love Halloween. Okay, I've always loved Halloween, but now with her, I love it even more. I think dressing up, like, is a little difficult for a newborn, but I just like the season of it, the gearing up for it. I think it's so fun and so exciting. But people are already showing Christmas stuff. I was like, oh my god, no Christmas things. Lindsay Lohan is in a new Christmas movie on Hallmark, and oh my god, talk about nostalgia. Lindsay Lohan was like the queen. She was like the person you aspired to be if you were my age. A little younger, a little older. Like, Lindsay Lohan was like millennials, like, teen queen. I don't know if we have that. Maybe we do, and I just don't, like, follow it as much. I don't know. I can't think of, like, an it girl. Like Ariana Grande, but she's no longer a girl. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, young girls, maybe TikTok stars. I don't know, but even that's kind of like, I don't know if that's in the thing. We have a plane coming. But I think with the holidays coming up, everyone can kind of just breathe a little easier. Just sort of into it. Relax into it. If you're listening to this while it's sleepy time, I hope you have a nice rest. I hope you have a nice sentiment into it. Just sort of, oh my gosh, is there a truck coming through? Is that my air? It could be my air conditioning. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm, like, a little unprepared this episode. I had to check to see if my air conditioning was on. It was not on. I am a professional podcaster. It was not on. Okay. So, we're gearing up for fall-winter shows, which I'm really excited about. And I saw one that was a little bit but I got reamed by the true crime community a couple years ago, or maybe even like last year, when I said, true crime is like, who watches this for entertainment, Because when I watch something like that, it gets into my head, and not like gets into my head, I'm gonna act on it. It's like gets into my head, like, again, I'm such a person who, like, when I visualize something, it happens, right? For better or worse. So like, I don't want to visualize anything bad. Like, I understand that it happens, but if it was like someone I knew or anything, like, I wouldn't want to put it out there to give more people ideas, or for other people to like have just that thought in their head, Oh my gosh, that is a vehicle in our community that does that all the time. They always like rev up their engine, and I'm just like, really, do you need to do that? But I don't know. I'm not knocking it. Like, I'm truly curious to know, like, people who watch true crime and stuff like that, like, what is it about? What is it about that like, again, like we talked about it a little bit last week when I was talking about my friend who told me about Dahmer and how, like, raises awareness about crooked cops and racism in our society and stuff. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, but I just have a very weak stomach, and I do sort of live in this like bubble. Again, I'm not knocking it. I do think there's awareness, and there's cases that come to social media that people can help with and stuff. I think you would think we lived on a main road. We don't live on a main road. But my little baby, rock my baby on the treetop. When the wind blows the cradle down will fall me. And wait, is it a down will fall baby? What? Have you guys ever thought about that? Rockabye baby. That can't be it. Rockabye baby. The cradle will fall, down will come baby, cradle and all. Ew. I did not know those words. Why is that? Also, the irony isn't lost in me that I'm just as Sarah Sanderson holding a child. Holding a baby. She's my youth potion. I know I don't look young and beautiful dressed as a witch from Salem, but people have said since I had a baby that I look younger. I don't know if that's people being nice to me or what, but I feel better. I just feel more energetic and more, I don't know, you feel connected. I guess when there's a new life, you feel kind of reborn or something. You just see the world through like innocent eyes, and you just, I don't know, everything's fresh and new again, and it's really fun. Just the simple things like Christmas lights in our room she follows with her eyes, and I think that's so cool. You guys, I went onto Twitter to see what was trending, and literally they have Bette Miller gave this actor playing young Winifred in Hocus Pocus 2 advice. It just came up. It's so weird. It's been a couple weeks since the movie's been out too. Let's see, I'm just looking at the Twitter. If you guys are on Twitter, follow me. I'm at Trisha Paytas, and right now it is all sports. It's baseball. Ray J's trending. Lindsay Lohan's trending. I bet if it's for that new trailer, let's see what it's for. Falling for Christmas is the name of the movie, and that is why she is trending. Oh, I love it. Everyone's so excited for her to return to acting. I think that's amazing. Kanye West. Oh my god, why is Kanye West tweet trending? Kanye West. Oh. Well, let's talk about this. I saw this a little earlier. Kanye West calls obesity promoters demonic. Says it's the genocide of the black race. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get his exact quote so I'm not. Let's see. He says it's demonic to encourage obesity. The rapper, who has officially changed his name to Yee, appeared on the Tucker Carlson show, and he gave an example of losing 10 pounds and getting trolled online. This is from IP Times. to say allegedly because I don't know if he said this or who it's been confirmed by, but has bipolar disorder. And I always applaud celebrities when they talk about their mental illness because I think it's really important to show that mental illness can be in anybody, successful people, and vice versa, that success can happen to be, for people with mental illness. It's possible to have a family, it's possible to have love, it's possible to have success. So I like when people talk about their mental illness, if they feel comfortable. I think it takes away a stigma. Okay, so if he has mental illness, it's one thing, right? But also how much of it is for attention, right? He wore those t-shirts with a bold statement on them, and I don't like to get into stuff that I'm not knowledgeable about, right? Like, I'm not knowledgeable on political issues, societal issues. I'm pretty up to date with, but I never want to sound ignorant. I feel like, again, because I put myself in this bubble, I can be somewhat ignorant to the world, but how much of it is also for attention? Because here's the thing, people with mental illness can snap and trigger easily, and guess what? If you do that publicly, those triggers and those snappings can get you attention, can get you money, can get eyes on whatever you're trying to promote. How do I know this? I'm someone with mental illness who would almost trigger myself in order to have these episodes online because I knew it made money and I knew it got attention, and I would film my episodes that I sometimes would trigger myself because I wanted to be talked about. Now, is there anything wrong with this? Yes, I think there is, because you can say hurtful things in your episodes, or in your media, or in your trigger, in your blackout, in your disassociation. You can say stuff that's quote unquote crazy, okay? That gets people's attention, but you can be hurting people. Okay, I'm taking my wig off. I'm taking this wig off. It is the end of a work day, and I'm taking my wig off. My hair is very greasy if you're watching this on video. Okay. Alright, I was sliding down it, prop myself up. Okay, look, here's the thing, right? I was going on a little bit of a I don't know if you call it a tangent. But here's the thing, okay, my baby. I propped her up a little. I was sliding, she was sliding, but here's the thing. Saying stuff. Saying stuff because you're, trying to get attention, or, you're trying to bring eyes onto a subject that you care about, and you say it the wrong way, or you say it because you're having a little bit of a, it's okay. She's a little closer to the microphone now. Are you okay, baby? Okay. I think because we just repositioned ourselves, she's just adjusting. But look, he said that his friend was Lizzo, right? And Lizzo, he uses as an example, if she loses 10 pounds, the media, I don't know, I'm not really sure which way he went with it, but he said he was a friend of hers, but the way he was talking about her or just overweight people in general, seemed a little off. He was saying basically, if you promote obesity, you're promoting being unhealthy, and that's not okay. Look, here's my thing, right? And I've had different takes on this over the years, so call me a hypocrite, or call me a human, because humans contradict themselves, and they change their mind, and then change their opinions, right? I used to agree with this sentiment, why are we, if you're 400 pounds, right? Or this was my thought. This is not my thought anymore. If you're 400 pounds, being saying I love your body at any size. I used to be well, it is unhealthy to promote that. Or, okay, let's use myself as an example. I've been overweight my lose weight so I can have another baby, not to look good. I actually love the way my body looks after baby. I love the way it looks. I think I look sexy. I birthed a baby. Like, I'm obsessed with the way I look, and it took pregnancy and birth to feel that way. So I know not everyone can feel that, men specifically, but I used to think that too. I'm like, okay, I was doing mukbangs. I'm like, am I glorifying this, that I'm getting paid to shove food in my face? And I was like, wow, am I promoting unhealthy eating and all that stuff like that? And look, I think this could go both ways. If I were to look at myself as myself and not anybody else, because I don't judge anyone else. But yeah, I think ordering 10 pizzas was promoting an unhealthy lifestyle, because people thought I ate all of that, and that, like, if they eat all that too, they could get money and they could get, fame on YouTube. So in a way, I think I was promoting or glorifying an unhealthy lifestyle. However, Lizzo, or another one that comes to mind who I used to be so judgmental against, and again, it's because I hated myself, it had nothing to do with her, was Tess Holiday. She's a plus model that's on covers, and she's very outspoken, and she's very beautiful. And she was always under scrutiny from mostly men about glorifying or promoting obesity. I think there's a difference between what I was doing, shoving my face full of not just a meal, but like 20 meals for one sitting. Like, yeah, I kind of glorified it. But if you're just a bigger person living your life as anybody would do, right? Like, you want to be in a swimsuit, you want to be in a magazine, whatever. That's not glorifying obesity or promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. That's them existing, right? Like, I hope this makes sense. Like, even though, like, you look at someone like Lizzo and you're like, okay, it's a big girl or whatever, I think she transcends, like, being a big girl. Like, she talks about it in music and stuff like that, but I think she's so much more than just, like, her weight now. I don't think she's promoting obesity, just because she's talking about her body type and, like, accepting it and loving it. That's really just existing, like everybody should be doing. Everybody should be loving their bodies. And look, if you want to lose weight, like, lose weight. I don't think that should be such a triggering thing as it is now. If you talk about weight loss, people can get offended by that. And I get putting a trigger warning, right? For sure. Like, people with eating disorders or body dysmorphia, put that trigger warning. But I don't think it should be, like, also looked down upon if you're celebrating weight loss, because weight loss is effing hard. I've only been able to lose 10 20 pounds here and there, and I gain it back. People who've lost like 100 pounds celebrate that shit. Oh my god, if I lost 100 pounds, that's all you'd hear from me, okay? My whole personality would become that. So I think there's a big difference, once again, of just being who you are and accepting who you are and eventually loving who you are and, like, promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. Like, I'm a bigger person. Do I consider myself unhealthy? Not really. Especially now that